Good morning and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I love getting your day started off on the right foot. And to help with that, I use an inspiring quote. This one is so good. I want you to pay close attention. I want you to really feel this one, all right? You ready? Here we go. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Think about that for a second. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. You know, when I thought about this, it's like, of course, there's always new things that we can experience, new circumstances to encounter. But being a dad now, I can think of things that bring my daughter joy and things that excite her to see something come alive on the inside of her that she's never experienced before. And that does something to me. And so I'm so glad that God puts these complexities in our lives, that it's not just the things that happen to us that can excite us, the things that we can discover, but we can actually vicariously discover new things through our kids, through our friends, through our spouses. When you see them come alive, when you see them excited, overjoyed about something, it does something to you as well. You know, one thing I'm learning is lots of times it's less about what you can do for yourself and it's more about what you can do for others. That's what's more fulfilling, is when you do something that just rocks somebody else's world. Not only does it affect you in a positive way, but it really affects them as well. And so seeing it through that lens, I think really gives you a new aspect, a new perspective of how those things can come alive. Not just in their heart, but in your heart as well. There's something about seeing them experience that. And that's coming from the heart of a dad. Now, you might not have children, but I bet you've got a friend. When's the last time you did something just extraordinary for your friend? You knew they loved something so much, and you set up this whole scenario to make something happen that was extra special for them. And they just came unglued in excitement. They were overjoyed. Well, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to read it one more time, and I want you to find a way to find this thing, okay? So somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. So, hey, I hope that you start this day with great expectation, but more than expectation, I hope you start this day with a whole lot of thankfulness and gratitude and a willingness to be used by God to rock somebody else's world. And then watch him do it. Wait for him to give you those proper steps. Follow his leading, and then do what he calls you to do. It's one of the wildest journeys you'll ever take, and you take it day by day. I'm so glad to be on the journey with you. Some first responders are breathing a lot easier today because of something really cool that happened. It's 3 volunteer fire departments right here in our area that, let me just save it. I'll tell you right after your weather and your word of life. It's a pretty big deal, and it's going to help a lot of people. I'm so glad they were able to get this done. So stick around for the details. Your word of life today comes to you from Titus chapter 3, verses 4 and 5 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. But when God our Savior revealed his kindness and love, he saved us, not because of the righteous things we had done, but because of his mercy. He washed away our sins, giving us a new birth and new life through the Holy Spirit. Hey, that is worth sharing with somebody today, so I hope you'll do just that. We've made that word of life available to you in photo and video form across all of our socials: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, and it's always at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. All right, so I kind of teased this story a few minutes ago, and I want to just go ahead and get into it. So there are some first responders breathing easier today because of something pretty big that happened. Now, I found this story over at sandmountainreporter.com, but Beulah, Asbury, and Alder Springs volunteer fire departments, they applied for a FEMA grant and were awarded $500,000 to purchase new air packs with extra bottles. Now, this is so important. You see, this is what Alder Springs Volunteer Fire Department Chief James Edwards said: "Without this grant and these funds, none of us would have been able to come up with the funds to make this purchase all at once. We would have had to spent a lot of time planning and fundraising and most likely buying 1 or 2 at a time." Now, these things are really expensive, right? And the bottles, well, they have to be replaced every 15 years. And The ones at these fire departments were right at the end of their lifespan. So they decided, hey, there's strength in numbers. Let's try to get this grant together. And it's really going to work out. You know why? Because whenever these departments are working on a fire together, if a guy runs out of an air pack, well, he can just go to any of the trucks and grab a fresh one and get right back to work. So it's a pretty big deal. And I just wanted to tell you about it. Got some really good stuff happening right here in our community. And they're able to help keep you safe in case of a fire emergency. So wanted to pass that along. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. And, maybe if you see one of those volunteer firefighters out and about, maybe give them a little extra love. Pat them on the back. Tell them how much you appreciate them because they put themselves in harm's way to make sure you're taken care of. That's a pretty big deal. I tell you, something that mesmerized me as a kid are those mood stones or mood rings. Those things that would kind of change their color depending on, I think it was really the temperature of your finger, the temperature of your hand, right? But it was supposed to tell you what kind of mood you were in. Well, how would you like to have a really good attitude today? How would you like to feel like you're in a good mood all day long? Wouldn't that be awesome? Because let's face it, there are plenty of circumstances and responsibilities that weigh us down and make us feel less than, and it makes us feel like we're kind of in a tough spot and we're not very happy, not very joyful. So is there a life hack, something that we can do to help ourselves have a better day? Actually, yes, there is. Here's Tony Robbins to tell you how.
If you truly want to live in a beautiful state, I'll give you the most fundamental understanding. Trade your expectations for appreciation, and in that moment, your whole life will change. Think of it this way. The only way you get stressed is you have one of three patterns. If you think the president did something, your neighbor did something, your kid did something, or even you did something that causes you loss, you will suffer. If you think as a result of something someone did, you have less of something, you matters. Joy, happiness, time, respect, love, money, less most people suffer. And the worst one is if something happens and you believe because of that you'll never have love again. You'll never be able to turn the finances around. You'll never be able to, then you're going to suffer forever. Loss less, never. And I'll give you the secret. The only way to suffer is to focus on yourself. That's what the mind does. Not the heart, not the spirit, not your soul. Your mind. Your mind is supposed to be a tool. Most of you think your mind is you. Your goal is to use your mind, not let the mind use you. All the worst things you see on the web, all the worst things you see with criminals, all the worst things you never, it all comes from one disease, selfishness. And the only cure is love. Love is when you put something ahead of yourself and you want to. Most of you will do more for your children than you would for yourself. That's love. Love is not, I'm getting what I want. Love is, I'm here to serve something more than myself. And when you go into serving, you disappear, so does the mind, and so does suffering. That's the beautiful part about finding something you want to serve more than yourself. That's the antidote to all of this.
Can I shout some people out real quick? I see it in Helsinki, Finland, hanging out with us right now. Also, just outside of Dothan, Alabama. Welcome into the show. We've also got Scottsboro, Gunnersville, and Albertville hanging out with us right now. Thank you for making us part of your day, whether it's on the stream, the radio, or the podcast. We're thankful for you. It's disturbing news, and honestly, I'm a little confused. I don't understand what's going on with this mom. See, she has a few things to say. I have no idea who she's been around, but her name is Emily, and here, let me play for you what she said, and I don't know. You tell me, is this accurate?
Okay, real talk to all my new-ish parents out there. If you think the newborn stage is hard, if you think raising a toddler is hard, they have nothing on 11-year-old girls. I am almost positive that 11-year-old girls have risen from the depths of all things dramatic and stubborn and emotional, and that they are here to literally ruin our lives. I mean, there's no waiting with them. You can be nice, they don't like you. You can be mean, they don't like you. You can do everything that they ask of you, they're still gonna tell you that you don't let them do anything. I mean, 11-year-old girls are just currently the bane of my existence.
So I don't know where Emily's at, but I know she's not talking about the 11-year-old girls around here, because all the 11-year-old girls I know around here are awesome. I'm just saying. I just wanted to dispel any rumors out there. I don't think the 11-year-old girl is the problem at all. No, not at all. So, all you 11-year-old girls who just heard that, just forget about it. Just remember, though, that your mom loves you, your dad loves you, and they're trying their best to do what's best for you. And sometimes they make decisions that you don't like, but it's for your own good, and you don't know that yet. And you think that can never be for your good because it's not fun. Let me tell you, there are reasons why they tell you no. There are reasons why they don't let you go places. Just trust them. They're doing the best they can. Here's Austin French. You see, I got a good feeling somebody's going to be winning some gift cards very soon. And I'm hoping it's you, but we'll find out here after this song. Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn! All right, now let's crank that engine. Let's start that music so I can say, hey, everybody, it's time to play the Carline competition. It's your chance to win some gift cards this morning. This trivia game is so much fun. I'm going to ask a question, ask you for the answer. You're going to call me up, give me the right answer, win 3 gift cards, 1 to keep, 2 to give away, and here we go. What is the correct term for a group of kangaroos? Is it called a boxing, a midden, a didgeridoo, or a mob? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, we're going to the land down under, Australia, okay? So which of these, what is the correct term for a group of kangaroos? Is it a boxing of kangaroos, a midden of kangaroos, a didgeridoo of kangaroos, or a mob of kangaroos? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Waiting on your call right now. 256-505-0885. Maybe you've never called me before and you're like, I've been on the fence about this. I'm so nervous to call into the radio station. Well, don't be nervous. You're not live on the radio. I record the call and I edit it and I make you sound like a rock star on the radio. So, want to answer? Want to play my game? Want to win some gift cards? Well, where to, Steven? Well, how about 1 to Wendy's for a Frosty? And another one to Albertville Home Bakery for a couple cupcakes or cookies. And how about another one to the Caring Heart Thrift Store in Arab? Yep, those are the 3. And here's the question one last time. What is the correct term for a group of kangaroos? Are they called a boxing, a midden, a didgeridoo, or a mob? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, 256-505-0885. And there's my caller. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. What's your name?
Addie.
Addie. Addie who?
Mitchell.
Oh, Addie. No. Last time you talked to me, you told me your name was Addison. So we're going back to Addie now?
Sure.
Okay, we're back to Addie. I like Addie anyway. So here we go. I got a question for you. All right, what is the correct term for a group of kangaroos? Is it called a boxing, a midden, a didgeridoo, or a mob?
A mob.
A mob is correct. Congratulations to you. How did you know that answer?
Because, I don't know.
It was just a
I didn't Google it.
You didn't Google it?
No, I did it.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. Well, you didn't Google it. You just guessed?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got a pretty good guesser on you. We just won you 3 gift cards, so you know how this works. We want you to keep 1, give 2 away. It's 2 very special people. Can you tell me about those 2 people and why they mean so much to you?
Lexi Orange, because she is like one of my closest friends at school.
Cool.
And Eva Turner.
Wow. What about Eva? What's going on with Eva? Why do you love her so much?
She's stuck with me when all the other people have left me.
That's a pretty big deal. Somebody who sticks around when everybody else doesn't. That's a true friend right there.
Can I give away the one that I was supposed to keep?
Sure, you can.
To Troy and Declan, because she just had a baby.
Oh, wow. Just had a baby, a little boy or a little girl?
A little boy.
Little boy, what's his name?
His name's Fletcher Scott. He's named after my dad.
Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, well, you can totally give that one away. Thank you so much for calling me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Bye. And that is how it's done. See, last time I talked with her, she sounded more sophisticated. She told me it was no longer Addie. It is Addison Mitchell now. And now she's gone back to Addie. And I'm fine with that. I like Addie. Addie's a pretty cool person. All right, so I got another question here, and it's so funny. Yesterday, my little girl, when I picked her up from school, she showed me what she got from the library. It was library day, right? So she went in and she got a dictionary. Yep, she brought home a dictionary. And so I said to her, I think I know a word that might be in here that we don't use a whole lot here in the States, but they use it a lot over in England. And so I looked it up, and it wasn't even in the dictionary. So here's the question that inspired that little search. Which is an English term not widely used here in the United States? Is it the word garbage, kerfuffle, drugstore, or dumpster? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, an English term not widely used here in the U.S. Is it garbage, kerfuffle, drugstore, or dumpster? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, that number, 256-505-0885. And there is my caller. I'm going to capture that call. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, Richard Udi?
Not much. Don't give me a cup of coffee this morning.
Cup of coffee. Little cup of Joe to get you going, get you in the right headspace. I got you, man. Well, I got a question here for you. Now, it's an English term not widely used in the United States. Is it garbage, kerfuffle, drugstore, or dumpster?
I'm going to say that second one, carbuncle. I can't pronounce it.
Yep, kerfuffle is correct. I looked that one up in the dictionary yesterday, and I could not find it. But it's a commotion or a fuss, especially one caused by conflicting views. And you just won 3 gift cards, sir. What do you think about that?
I like it, but I'm going to pass them on.
All right, man, we can do that. Well, you want to shout somebody out today on the radio? Share some love with them?
Well, I'll shout my wife out. She's always there for me, helps me out, keeps me going.
Good stuff, man. Scoring some brownie points, mentioning that wife on the radio. Good job, man. All right, well, we will roll these over, and you have an awesome day, okay?
All right, you too.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rolling over gift cards. You know what that means. 6 gift cards now up for grabs. Yeah, I wonder if you have what it takes to win them. We're about to find out. But, because it's 6 gift cards, I think maybe we should bring the difficulty up just a little bit. So here's your harder question. What connects bones to other bones? Is it joints, tendons, ligaments, or cartilage? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. What connects bones to other bones? Joints, tendons, ligaments, or cartilage? Wow, I've already got my caller. Stay on the phone line with me while I start this next song, and I'll get your answer. Now, we just heard from Caleb and John and Hallelujah Feeling. I think maybe we need the other Hallelujah song. So here it is, Christian Paul, and Yes, I Am. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good.
What's your name?
Megan.
Megan, what grade you in?
I'm graduated.
Did that make you feel good, though? I thought you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah? Very cool. So what are you up to today?
Going for my kid's first haircut.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Little boy or little girl?
Little boy.
Oh, what's his name?
Journey.
Very cool. All right. Well, I know that's going to be fun. And that first haircut can be kind of weird for a kid, but yeah, he's going to be just fine. All right, let's see if we can have some fun here. I got this question for you. Now, it's a little harder because now we've got not 3 gift cards, but 6 gift cards up for grabs. So here's your question. What connects bones to other bones? Is it joints, tendons, ligaments, or cartilage? Ligaments is correct. Congratulations to you. You just won not 3, but 6 gift cards. What do you think about that?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Hey, you know what? That's a lot of love you can share with a lot of people with those gift cards. Now, I do have a question for you. All right.
Yes.
So we want you to share some of those gift cards. So I want you to tell me about 2 very special people in your life that mean a whole lot to you.
My sister Martha and my other sister Jennifer.
Martha and Jennifer. Okay, so tell me something special about Martha.
She's always helping people when she can, and she's always there for me when I need her.
Wow, that's good stuff. Now, a little something special about Jennifer.
She's the oldest. She's more experienced in life.
I gotcha.
And she always helps me when I need it also.
Very cool. And thank you for shouting out on the radio. It's always a ton of fun. That's actually my favorite part of it. Of course, I love giving away stuff, but hearing about people who mean a lot to you, that really goes a long way. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Very cool, Megan Harville. Thank you so much for calling me this morning. I think it's awesome, all that love being shared. And the first haircut for Journey, that is so cool. I hope everything goes well today. Yeah, with a name like that, it just gets a song stuck on my head. Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. Yeah, I like that song. Anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of today's Carline competition. But guess what? We'll be playing it again sometime soon. I'm still trying to figure out, should we play it on Monday? We won't have any kids in the car, will we? But, I found that lots of times adults like to play too, and maybe people are going to work around 7 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Why don't you tell me, okay? Yes, I'm putting the ball in your court. Okay, so I want you to email me, okay? Or get on any of our station socials, okay? And let me know. Yes, Steven, let's do the Carline competition next week. Or, no, Steven, let's not. Or, yes, let's do the Carline competition, but can we move it to 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? See, I need your help. So go ahead and email me. Now, the way to do that is one of two ways. All right, you ready? One is using this email address, Steven, real easy, with a V, Steven at 885jfm.com. We'll just stick to that. Steven at 885jfm.com. Send me an email. Let me know if we should or should not play the Carline competition next week, since it's, Thanksgiving break. Of course, I won't be here on Thursday or Friday myself, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are fair game. So should we play it? Should we not? Steven at 885jfm.com. Let me know. Or you can always call me up. Let me know, too. The phone number is 256-505-0885. So you think we should play? Call me up. Let me know. You think we shouldn't? Call me up. Let me know. I want to hear from you. 256-505-0885. All right, on with the show. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good. Or did you call to answer my question whether we should or should not play the Carline competition next week?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think?
We should.
We should? All right.
Yes.
So you're going to be listening?
Yes.
All right, so we'll do it like normal?
Radio on 88.5 all night long and all morning.
Yeah, we keep our radio and our camper on 88.5 all night and all morning.
Wow.
And we even have it on right now.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, thank you for letting me know. And so we should play it at 7 o'clock next week, huh?
Yes.
All right. All right, that's one vote for it. So, all right, thank you so much for calling me. Now, this is, hold on a second. I'm thinking this might just be,
Her name starts with a G.
G. Gracie May Puckett.
Yes.
I got it. Thank you so much for calling me. I hope you have a great day, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Just talked to my good friend Bud Williams, and he says, yes, we should play the Carline competition next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and keep it at the same time at 7 o'clock. And I'm asking for your opinion, too. So far, I've got 2 votes for yes, that we should be playing the Carline competition next week, though we're not going to have any kids in the car. So if you think we should or should not, I want to hear from you. Email me at Steven at 885jfm.com or call me up 256-505-0885 and let me know. All right, here's your drive time devotion. I hope that we're genuinely wanting good for everybody around us, that we're in a good mood today, that we're ready to see God work in our lives, and we're ready to see Him do some things, right, we've never seen before. But I hope that we're wanting good for everyone around us. I know it can be really crazy, especially in the workplace. I mean, there's a competition going on. You're trying to maybe climb the next rung of the corporate ladder. You're trying to get that promotion, but you don't have to do that by being so competitive. No, you can still be loving in the process. I came across Rodney Norman, and this guy has timeless wisdom for all of us. Now, this guy, let me tell you, he's over on the socials. He's disheveled. He's got crazy hair, crazy beard. He looks like a ragamuffin, but this guy has some serious truth to share. And I hope that we all approach others in our lives this way today.
Hey, I just wanted to take a second and say I think it's awesome and hope you have a wonderful whatever you're having. And I hope that you find whatever it is that you're looking for. And if you're not sure what you're looking for, I hope you find something that's worth looking for. Okay, bye.
Just wanting the good for everybody around you, Hey, I hope you're in that headspace today. So do you keep up with what's hot and what's not? Do you try to keep up with the Joneses? Yeah, I know, right? You can kind of wear yourself out doing that. I came across one lady who's having none of it, and she says it in such a profound way. I want to share her thoughts with you after Ren Collective and Hallelujah anyway. So stick around. Keeping up with the Joneses. Can anybody really do it? You see people try, right? And it just looks like they're exhausted all the time. I came across Brianna's little piece over on Her View from Home, and I wanted to share it with you. She titled it, "Give Me Friends Who Aren't Keeping Up with the Joneses." Following trends is nothing new. Long before Kitsch curls and Lululemon belt bags, there were perms and, well, the original fanny packs. There's been a constant circulating rotation of must-buys for us to feel cool or relevant, and we women have been especially pressured to think we need these things to be accepted and part of the elusive village. Keeping up with the Joneses, or Kardashians for that matter, has just never been my thing. There are plenty of reasons why I'll never be called a trendy girl. I can't afford to be one. I like the stylish eye required. I don't want to lose my originality. For those and other reasons, there have been a few circumstances when I couldn't quite find my place in those crowds. I couldn't keep up with the it looks or products. There'd be whispers about what other women were wearing and they weren't complimentary. Well, I ain't buying it, literally. And girl, you don't need any of those trends either to have my friendship. Because even though style trends have been around for centuries, they seem to have escalated lately. We've become a cog in the consumerism wheel that makes us connect spending money to gaining acceptance. Not only do our clothes, hair, home, or car need to be presentable, now our cups, too? Okay, maybe the Stanley craze is what finally brought me over the edge about this, but must have stylish cups? I mean, we used to drink water out of the garden hose, ladies, remember? We don't need to get fancy with how we hydrate. But I digress. This isn't about cups, or eyelash extensions, or the Kia Telluride that all of a sudden has become so popular you need to join a 1-year wait list just to consider one. It's not about the stuff. It's about thinking you need the stuff to have a village. That's not a village I want to join. I want the village that yells at my kids to check for cars before crossing the street. The one that includes back deck chats while the kids bounce on the trampoline. I want the village that tells me there's food in my teeth and then tries to help me pick it out. The one that swaps clothes with me instead of buying new. I'm lucky to say I found that kind of village. It's a breath of fresh air, not to mention an ease on my wallet and peace of mind. And if someone new comes along looking to join us, we'll care more about her heart and sense of humor than whatever she's drinking out of. To be sure, she could be clad in every designer trend possible, and we'd never judge her for it, so long as she's just as comfortable hanging in the front yard barefooted with her husband's sweatpants on. Because around here, we don't fuss, and you shouldn't have to either. I love that. Brianna gets it. You don't have to try to keep up with the Joneses or the Kardashians or anybody else who's in style right now. You don't have to keep up with what's hot and what's not. No, you need that village that really cares about what matters. And you know, one of the coolest things I found is you can usually find that village at church. It's a support system. And hey, I wonder if maybe you're looking for a church right now. I wanted to let you know that we do have a resource on our website to help you out with that, to help you find that support system, to help you find that village that you're looking for. Just go to our website, 885jfm.com. Right there at the top of the page, you will find the church finder in our main menu. So go check that out. And Mom, you're doing a great job. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You just keep doing you. Okay? So I think this little guy, he understood the assignment, but, well, let's just say he rocked the baby. That's not an accurate thing to say. How about he rocked the baby? Yeah, that sounds better. I'll tell you why I said it like that. It's coming up next. Get ready to chuckle. It's so cute. It's so funny all at the same time. For 9 long months, this little guy has been waiting to meet his sibling. Is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be a girl? What's their name going to be? Are they going to be my friend? Are they going to look weird? Are they going to look like me? Will they have 10 fingers and 10 toes? Will they have a nose like mine? How about a belly button? I want to see their belly button. All these things that go through that little one's mind as their sibling is on the way until finally it happens. They're introduced to the world, swaddled in a blanket, and now it's Big Brother's turn to hold the baby. But Mom and Dad say, hey, can you rock the baby to sleep? And he says, sure. Now you got to understand, this little guy is doing like word association on a genius level right now. he heard the words, rock the baby. So what did he do? Of course, he started moving back and forth with the baby in his arms, but it was what he was singing that really was the cutest part of all of it. So what did that sound like? I'm glad you asked, because here it is.
Sing a song, baby.
We will watch you. We will watch you.
It's a real calming
We will
song.
watch you.
That's
We
what me
will watch you.
Good job.
Bless that baby's heart. The look on that face. Oh my goodness. That was loud in that ear. But Big Brother is doing a great job. He was ready to rock. T-minus 6 days and counting. We're talking about Thanksgiving. Are you ready? Did you know there are things that you could be doing today to prepare for the big meal next Thursday? I've got a meal prep timeline I'm going to be sharing with you after your weather and word of life. So stick around for that, and I'll tell you how you can get a hold of it as well over on our socials. The holidays are so much fun, and it's a time to really visit with your family. You know, those relatives you haven't seen in a while. Maybe even some people you're not really looking forward to seeing because they're highly opinionated and you don't like sitting around a table with them, but you love them anyway because they're your family. Yeah, it's complicated. I understand. But anyway, what can you do to help take the stress out of at least the meal? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I found something I think you're really going to love. And it's basically a meal prep timeline to help you out. Now, this is a already put together thing that I'm going to tell you how you can get a hold of when I'm done talking about it here on the radio. But on this particular menu, it's got roast turkey with a wet or dry brine, homemade cornbread stuffing or dressing is what we call it around here, make-ahead mushroom gravy, mashed potatoes, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, cranberry orange sauce, kale Brussels sprouts, and salad and dressing. Okay, so here's the deal. I didn't know this. See, I've never prepared the Thanksgiving meal myself before, but 5 to 6 days before Thanksgiving, you need to start thawing out the turkey with enough time to allow for the brining. And the brining, if you're going wet, it'll take a day. If you're going dry brine, it'll take 2 or 3 days. And so for every 5 pounds of turkey, plan on 24 hours of thawing in the refrigerator. If you got a big bird, that thing needs to be thawing for a while, right? Up to 5 days before, you can go ahead and make the mushroom gravy. Ooh, that sounds delicious. 1 to 3 days before, that's when you brine the turkey. Also, 1 day before, go ahead and assemble that cornbread dressing to the point of baking. Cover it and refrigerate it, right? You can go ahead and prepare the mashed potatoes. Let them cool completely in the slow cooker. Then remove that insert out of the slow cooker, cover it, put it in the fridge. The night before, you can go ahead and take that soup that you already prepared from the freezer, let it thaw in the fridge. And then there's all kinds of other prep that you can do to help you with that big day, to take the stress out. What else is involved? Well, let me tell you how you can find it for yourself. You can find it over on our 88.5 JFM's Come Together Facebook group. I went ahead and put it there. It's just a helpful timeline for Thanksgiving meal prep that'll help you keep your sanity and alleviate the stress. So again, that's the 88.5 JFM's Come Together group over on Facebook. You can find it right there. Thanks to technology and social media, it feels like we're all connected now, right? It's real easy for good news to spread, and I'm glad to find some good news and share it with you here on the radio. Let me tell you about one guy I found over on the socials. Well, it's really him and his family. Brian Trent and his family out in Hampton, South Carolina. He pastors the Lighthouse Church, and he's always putting up amazing content, things to really get you thinking. And I love this latest video, so I want to share it with you. Take a listen to this, see what you think. It really touched my heart.
So the other day, somebody shared this quote with me, and I want to share it with you. When babies take their first step and fall on their bottoms, we praise their first step. We don't criticize their fall. And it went on to say that I think we adults can learn something here. Maybe we spend more time criticizing our falls and not enough time applauding our first steps. That's good. Here's one thing I know for sure. That's a lot of people that's going to walk through the doors of this building. And some of them are going to be taking first steps. And that's a big deal. Some of them are going to be hundreds, if not thousands of steps into it. But one thing that I know for sure, whether we're on our first step or our 1,000th step, we still need encouragement. Criticizing every mistake you've made is not going to help you grow. Look at it like building a house out of bricks. You may have a pile of 100 bricks that you're looking to build from, and maybe 99 of them have cracks in them, but there's one that don't. Our job as the church is to encourage you to build on the one. Of course, we could talk about the 99 that are cracked, but you're not going to build a good house on a cracked brick. Let's build on the one good one. As you take that first step today, and whatever it is, we applaud you. But Pastor Brian, I don't have any good bricks. Neither did I. But I found out that Jesus is that good brick, because the Bible says he is our cornerstone and that we can build on that cornerstone. So you don't even have to have a good brick to build something really good, as long as you build it on Jesus. So here's to your first step today.
If you like his content as much as I do, well, you'll want to know how to find him. On the socials, just type in Trent Tribe. And some big news coming from him and his family. They partnered up with the YouVersion Bible app and put together a devotional that you can check out right there on the app. For more information, just type in Trent Tribe on the socials. Instagram, TikTok. I follow him over on TikTok, so you can go over there and find him. I just wanted to pass that along. How good was that? Man. I'm always on the lookout for the next big song, right, to play on radio. I'm always listening, and I get all kinds of emails of different people submitting songs to play, and we even have this database we go to where people put their new music. And some songs, well, they're great. And some songs, well, they make it on the charts. Some songs don't quite make it, you know? But I'm always listening for something new because it's something attention-grabbing, and I think I found something here. But I'll let you be the judge. Now, her name is Emma, and she has a different style of Christian music. It's not necessarily praise and worship. It's not necessarily contemporary. It's not country Christian. No, she's going back to the earlier days. She's mixing a little jazz in. I want you to hear what she's been coming up with. And can I just tell you, I went ahead and let her know that I'm going to need this track as soon as she records it. So here's just a little piece of what Emma has been up to.
But have you heard a Christian jazz song? Feels like I'm drowning when it's me, my thoughts and I. Just like Sinatra said, I guess I hang my tears out to dry. I guess I never take it to again. I had to sleep you by my side. Just like Etta James, I'll say a little prayer. On earth comes a sigh, and I breathe.
What do you think about that? I love it. So she's supposed to be recording some songs coming up after the beginning of the year. So as soon as I see if she gets that track out there, I'm going to snag that sucker and we'll listen to the whole thing right here on the radio. Christian jazz music. I love that vocal. It's so good. Her voice. Oh, so good. All right, back to the music that you know and love right now, and that's just a little taste of what you might be hearing here on the radio after the first of the year. But, you know, here's Citizen Way, When I'm With You, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. The rule is if you see something, say something. And that's a rule that every preschooler abides by. Even if it makes you feel 2 inches tall. I got the story of one mom who felt about that tall after this comment from her little boy's friend in the school drop-off line. Stick around and hear it for yourself and get ready to laugh. Obnoxiously honest. That's probably a good description of your kid when they were really little, right? Maybe even still, your kid is going to tell it like it is. Doesn't pull any punches. Just honestly saying what he sees or she sees, right? Yeah, it's something you got to adjust to as a parent, because lots of times when they say something, it's not really quiet. No, it's loud and proud. They're proud of what they learned, and they're just announcing it to the world, right? Yeah. Let me tell you about Christina. See, she's got 4 kids, 4 boys. In fact, one of her boys, well, he's preschool aged. And you see, Christina had a little bit of an encounter with one of Josiah's friends at school drop-off. Yeah, how did that go? Well, here, take a listen to this, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
So I just dropped my son off at preschool, and another little boy comes up to me and says, "Where's Josiah's other mom?" I'm like, "He only has one mom." And this little boy says, "No, he has 2. He has you, and then he has the pretty mom, the one that picks him up from school every day."
Oh my gosh. that felt like a burn to Christina because, plot twist, she is both moms. She's just not all done up in the mornings when she drops him off at school. Wow, so many comments underneath this video. It is outrageous. Oh my goodness. I love some of them so sweet. One mom says, all I heard was him calling you pretty because she knew. He's talking about the same lady. And another says, kids have a way of humbling you real fast. Yeah, that's right. Another mom says she had a similar experience. She wore a hat to pickup line one day and got called the dad. Yeah, not the dad, just the mom wearing a hat. So anyway, I just had to share that with you. I don't know, maybe you've had one of those embarrassing comments from your kid and they didn't know not to say it, or they didn't know exactly what they were doing when they said it. But it's something that they learn as they get older. I understand that. It's so hard to kind of teach your kids what's okay to say and what's not okay to say, you know? But anyway, Josiah's two moms. Well, you know, sometimes life happens, and the people that we love most are no longer with us. It's hard adjusting to that loss. I'm getting ready to tell you the story of one dad who knew he didn't have long, who decided to go ahead and write some cards for some special occasions for his daughter's life, just so he could kind of be there with her in those big moments, those big milestones. And it's something that might just warm your heart a little bit. It's a little sad, but it's bittersweet, you know? Stick around, I'll share it with you. 20 years ago, Philip was in the fight of his life, battling cancer. He wasn't sure of the outcome. He didn't know if the treatment would take. What he did know is that he had a couple kids that he loved so much. And just in case this battle took him out, he wanted to make sure to still be a part of their lives, especially on their big days, birthdays, and even on their weddings. So, Philip's wife, well, she went and bought some cards. And I'll let her tell you the rest of this, as it's shared at the wedding reception of 32-year-old Freya. Take a listen to this.
Most of you will know he died when Freya was 11 and left a huge void in her life. Whilst he was very ill, I brought a selection of cards and helped him to write them for Dan and Freya to receive on their birthdays and on their wedding day. I have the last one here today for Freya, and she would like to share it with you and so include her dad on her special day. Sorry guys, this is 20 years old now. Freya, I wish I could be standing next to you, the proudest dad in the world, to walk you down the aisle, to the man that you love and to the next chapter in your life. Today is your day. Enjoy everything about it. Laugh, cry, be happy and confident. Face everything full on. You will then succeed in your life together. You gave me some of the proudest moments in my life with your sense of humour, intelligence, understanding and caring nature. Don't ever change. Love you forever.
It's time for me to bid you adieu, but before I do, I want to leave you with one final thought. Today's inspiring quote: somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. I love that. You know, that jogged my memory on a scripture that I read years ago. In Proverbs 25:2, it is God's privilege to conceal things and the king's privilege to discover them. Sometimes God hides things for us and not from us. And when we find them, we should celebrate them. We should thank him that he let us find them. I'll see you right back here Monday